everyone, and welcome to Caribbean Championship Wrestling. You've made the right choice because for the next hour, you're going to have the fastest action you've ever seen on your TV screen. I'm Rick St. James. Next to me, the man with the tan, Ricky Santana.
Hey, rumor has it you've been hanging out on the beach in East Laverde working on your own tan. I want to say hello to all the great people across the U.S., throughout the Caribbean, Tobago, Trinidad, and especially you great people down there in Puerto Rico.
Well, you had part of it right. I was in Luquillo and Rio Grande Beach. How about that?
Well, rumor has it I have very reliable sources.
Not to forget Fajardo. Fans, we have a fantastic program for you tonight. Just to prove it, let's take a look at the highlights.
And in our first match, we take a look at a newcomer, Sadistic Steve Strong, taking on Armandito Salgado.
Up next, it'll be the White Angel versus Rufus R. Jones, the king of wrestling.
And you'll also see Victor Jovica taking on Assassin number 2.
In our Wrestling Inquirer, we'll take a close look at the goings-on between TNT and Abu Dhabi.
And in our main event, yours truly taking on Sasaki-san for the World Junior Heavyweight Championship. And now to our first match. Well, there you see him, folks, the newest acquisition to Cheeky Star's Army, Sadistic Steve Strong. And as you can see by the size of this man, he is definitely powerful, he's definitely strong, and that's probably where he got his name, Rick St. James, Steve Strong.
That would be a good guess. I could bring your attention to a couple of features, the 666 on the side of his head, those weird-looking eyes. I tell you, the whole package Cheeky Star's come up with here, it's just tremendous. This wrestler is going to cause some trouble in the World Wrestling Council.
That's for sure. This man is sadistic. As you can see, he doesn't give anybody an opportunity to do anything. Look at these power moves, a big clothesline there. Armandito Salgado doesn't even know where he's at. I'm sure he's never even got a chance to get himself together. You notice that he just keeps pummeling his opponent. He's on top of him. He's strong. I wonder where Cheeky Star dug this guy up out of.
I don't know. It couldn't have been any place very friendly, but Armandito Salgado perhaps has not seen this man, doesn't know what he's up against. And right now it's far too much for the talents of Armandito Salgado. He's just playing with him. Look at that.
Devastating DDT. Another drop to the back of the neck. You can tell that Armandito's hurt at this point. He's just playing with him. I guess that's why they call him sadistic, because that's what he is. Here he's going for that tombstone power driver. He's got him up. Oh, man, he jammed him, clearing the next week. And it's all over for Armandito Salgado.
That's right. The wrestler from hell is Sadistic Steve Strong, and he's the winner of this match. Fans? Oh, no, look at this, Ricky. This is extracurricular activity. Never should happen.
I agree. There's no need for this. This is a sport. This is not out to maim and cripple somebody, but I guess he's gotten orders from Cheeky Star. He's on a mission. He's here to just totally take care of business. There he throws the referee out. He has no respect for the rules and regulations. Here comes one of the battens. He's throwing him out like he's a paperweight over the top rope. He's got the other batten. Look at him in the air. Here comes Victor Jovica. He's taking him apart one by one. This man is unstoppable. This man is definitely sadistic. Here comes Rufus R. Jones. He's bringing a little army in.
Steve Strong has gone wild. There's Rufus with the chair. Apparently no effect on Steve Strong. And now the force of numbers has made him retreat. But look at the ruckus he has caused. Our first view of Sadistic Steve Strong, the weird eyes. My goodness. Ricky, exactly what is that?
This man is totally something different. We've never seen nobody like him before in the World Wrestling Council. I think Cheeky Star has gone beyond his means on this one. And there's your winner, Sadistic Steve Strong.
We'll be right back, fans, with lots more.
Carlos Colón, Este sábado no vas a poder escaparte, no vas a poder salir corriendo. Todo el mundo sabe que este es el campeón universal por derecho. Todos tus fanáticos, llamados fanáticos, todos tus seguidores saben que por derecho propio él es el campeón universal porque te derrotó, porque te humilló, porque te aplastó Carlos Colón. Y este sábado en Caguas, regresamos a Caguas, a nuestra casa, porque todo el mundo nos quiere allí y todo el mundo va a saber que este es el verdadero rey de la lucha libre, el campeón universal por derecho. El próximo sábado va a ser oficial, sobre su cintura va a estar el campeonato de Puerto Rico y también va a estar el campeonato universal.
Capitol Sports Promotions presenta las...
Well, we're back, folks, with the King, His Majesty himself, Rufus R. Jones, taking on another newcomer and another man in the army of Cheeky Star, the White Angel.
Another man who's spreading his destruction all over the World Wrestling Council and Caribbean Championship Wrestling. We bring him to you against top competition in the person of Rufus R. Jones, the King. Let's see how he fares against a very strong man.
Yes, he is the White Angel. Obviously takes care of himself. Notice the excellent muscular conformation on this athlete. You can't really tell what type of pain you can induce on him because he hides behind that mask.
You see any weakness possibly in the White Angel? Have you been able to wrestle him and get to know him or get to know the opposition?
Well, I haven't wrestled him as of yet, but I have to put my top dollar on Rufus R. Jones, maybe on the experience factor.
Very good, collar and elbow, and right away Rufus R. Jones showing some of his moves to the delight of the fans. They scream when Rufus gets hot. Let's see how White Angel handles that.
That's another lock up there. They're pushing each other on the ropes, trying to get a little leverage on each other, try to see who can fare against who. Right now, Rufus R. Jones ought to be watching himself. Like I said, big right hand by Rufus. He introduced him to that big soup bone and says, come on, White Angel, I'm going to show you what I'm all about.
So far, Rufus R. Jones holding his own against White Angel. Perhaps a little advantage in boxing there. Very hard right by Rufus. Rock White Angel. An elbow tie-up. Now both men up against the ropes. Ricky Vargas, third man in the ring, trying to get a break here. And he gets one.
You notice that time that the White Angel kind of backed off a little leery there. He remembers the last exchange where Rufus just about dotted his eyes, you might say.
Absolutely, White Angel knows he's up against one of the best. And Rufus, oh, look at both men exchanging rights now. Who's gonna fall from this one? Double right. Look at that double punch from Rufus, and White Angel staggering into the corner, taking some more punishment. The elbow right on the noggin. Off the ropes. Clothesline. Oh, it's a hard right in the chest. As a matter of fact, it doubles up White Angel, and I haven't seen White Angel in this much trouble this early in the match.
No, but I think he's kind of confused with Rufus R. Jones' style. You know, Rufus R. Jones comes at you from everywhere. You got to watch him right from lefts. Rufus has got that big soup home, and you can tell when he hit him right in the solar plexus. A White Angel said, well, that's enough for me. I'm going to take a siesta outside for a few minutes, trying to get my wind back. Here they are again, matching up, collar and elbow once again. Rufus R. Jones, top wrist lock. He's got the advantage, being that he's in control right now, even though White Angel may be a little bit stronger at this point in time.
Perhaps the weight advantage, height on the side of Rufus. It's top wrist lock. See how the strength of White Angel manifests itself against the King. Man, I like to call him good times. And there's the movement on the part of Rufus.
As you can see, they're trying to feel each other out. They're both pushing and shoving to test the strength here right now. Rufus R. Jones holding his own. He's faring pretty good against the White Angel. Back and forth exchanging. Well, right there you saw the power of the White Angel being able to knock Rufus R. Jones down, and Rufus R. Jones tipping the scales at 290.
Well, White Angel is ripped. And now he knocked Rufus down by force. That's not a very easy task. We're back. Top wrist lock by Rufus R. Jones this time, this occasion. See if he can gain the upper hand, as it were, from this position. Perhaps he's got the experience now
As you notice, Rufus R. Jones trying to put everything else he's got into it. White Angel fighting, a lot of resistance, a lot of push, a lot of shove. One of these men is definitely going to favor here. Which man at this point, nobody knows. Ah, there you go. Rufus R. Jones just outsmarted him right there. Like I said, a little bit of experience sometimes is the deciding factor.
A little bit of jiu-jitsu there with the leg. Wrapped from behind, I tell you, Rufus R. Jones. Pretty difficult to put one over on Rufus. He's been around, and he knows what he's doing. Right now, White Angel complaining that his mask was grabbed, but I didn't see any of that.
I didn't see anything either. I think his mask is blinding his vision at this point.
Very possible. Now White Angel hammering on the back, on the spine of Rufus R. Jones, knocks him down to one knee. Now he's got a double nerve hold. Let's see if Rufus can get up easily from this, because he took a lot of hammering on that back.
Yes, he did. As you can tell, Rufus R. Jones right now just a little bit slowed down. But I know how Rufus is. I know how the King can react. As long as he hears those people right behind him, he gets fired up. As you can see right now, the people are behind him. He's trying to get to his feet. White Angel still insisting on slowing the man down, working on that nerve region area. That definitely can cut off the circulation not only to your shoulders and neck, but the blood flow to your brain.
Rufus looked like he was rocking and rolling there for a second. The fans certainly looking for their man to come back here, but you never know, those blows, they're placed just in the right place. They can take you out of it for a while. And that's exactly what's happened to Rufus R. Jones. Now front face locked by White Angel.
As you can see, White Angel's in full control here. Look at Rufus R. Jones trying to slow him down, take out one of those limbs. He keeps hitting him with big rights, but as you can see, this White Angel is no slouch. He definitely can take a licking and keep on ticking. He's coming right back. Notice the strength and the power on this man right here. His back is so big, you could probably use it as a drive-in theater.
This man definitely features strength. He's not going to give you a lot of big flying moves, but you know that he's going to be there with the power. And he's been hammering on Rufus R. Jones. Now Rufus looks like he's feeling the strength. The fans cheering him on. There's the elbow. Another elbow. Shakes White Angel. Back he comes on the attack. I tell you, White Angel will not let off of his attack.
That's right. You can see he's persistent. He stays on top of his man, and that's what you have to do with Rufus R. Jones being the caliber of wrestler that he is. This White Angel is holding his own right there. He's got a blatant chokehold. He's hiding it very well from the referee. You know, nobody knows who this White Angel is, but my best guess is that he's been around for a while, and he's an experienced wrestler. He's just hiding behind a mask.
Well, we could say he's a lot of trouble right now for Rufus R. Jones. Off the ropes comes Rufus. Downstairs goes White Angel right in the midsection. Take away the wind. Rufus R. Jones, now he pounds him down to the mat. And this has been his main weapon there. The big forearm right on the back to the midsection. And then the powerful grip there on the neck of Rufus R. Jones.
It must be working very good because he's got Rufus right where he wants him. He's in total control. The White Angel is definitely a force to be reckoned with here in the World Wrestling Council, as he's proven to not only me and the fans out there, but everybody watching.
Up till now, White Angel has been on top of the opposition, excuse me. Meanwhile, Rufus R. Jones definitely showing the effects of the pounding he's taken.
Yes, he has, but Rufus R. Jones is a top-notch wrestler. Look at this power move, big body slam. But Rufus was one step ahead. He moved out of the way on that elbow. I think Rufus is getting his second win, but a White Angel, persistent wrestler that he is, continues to hit. But there's that big head of Rufus R. Jones to the midsection, again to the midsection. White Angel looks like his tongue's hanging out. He's looking for a place to hide, and Rufus is, oh yeah, he's getting that motor running. Big right hand. Rufus is cooking now, baby. Look out, world, here he comes.
Couple of rough headbutts there by Rufus. Oh my. Now the elbow. Elbow smash from Rufus. Off the ropes comes White Angel. Backdrop. And now Rufus is on the rampage. The King looking very regal at this point.
Yes, he is. He's got him right where he's going, and he's hitting with rights and lefts. You know, White Angel doesn't really know where he's at, and I don't think he wants to be in the middle of the ring with Rufus R. Jones anymore. Looks like he's trying to get out. Rufus consistently giving him what he gave him. Now they're exchanging rights and lefts. It's Fist City. They're going to town. Double right hand, left hand combination. Rufus R. Jones rocking and reeling in there. Right there, you saw it. He's going for the full Nelson now. This man is noted for his full Nelson.
Well, there's an eye rake by White Angel, and now his specialty, the full Nelson. He's got him in the grips of it. Can the man get out of it?
Rufus R. Jones trying to get out. He's on the outside. The White Angel's on the inside. This move right here, he has finished many a wrestler. He's trying to pull Rufus R. Jones back in. The referee's counting. He's telling him to break the hold. He's not breaking the hold. And right there, Ricky Vargas ringing the bell. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that he is disqualifying the White Angel for not relinquishing the hold while Rufus and Jones was outside. And there's your winner, the king of wrestling, Rufus R. Jones. Fans, we'll be right back in a moment with more action.
Invader número 1. Este sábado nos enfrentamos en la cancha bajo techo de Caguas encadenado. ¿Y sabe cuál es la razón? Porque te me salvaste la semana pasada en el Grand Bison. Te me fuiste a correr, te escapaste como lo cobarde que tú eres. Pero Invader número 1, ahora vas a estar con una cadena en un brazo y yo en otro brazo. Así que Invader número 1, no tienes escapatoria, no puedes correr para ningún lado y puedes estar bien seguro que te voy a bañar en tu propia sangre.
We're back with all the action on Caribbean Championship Wrestling. On your screen, the assassin, number 2. He'll be going up against Victor Javica, one of the toughest characters you're going to find in the World Wrestling Council.
I agree with you there 100%. This man, reputation speaks for itself.
Big man, Trinidad and Tobago. I know the fans remember him. Big hello to your fans out there. And let's see how Javica fares against his big man, Assassin 2.
Wow, this Assassin 2, you know, he's been around for a while too. Him and the Assassin were tag team partners. I guess they're going to dabber out into individual action. And right there, he found out that the old 1-2 combination by Victor Javica was a little bit more than he bargained for.
Well, right now, he's complaining to the ref that Javica is using some illegal grabbing tactics, but Ricky Vargas having none of it.
There, he's got him right where he wants him now. The Assassin wishes he wasn't there, and double knees to the hamstring. And I guarantee you he felt that one, and he's looking for a way out. He's telling the referee he pulled his tights, but I don't think that Victor Javica would do anything like that. Would you?
Well, I don't know. Assassin 2 has a different opinion, I guess. Right now, Grecian knuckle. Locking right now, the best of it by Javica, apparently. Now let's see the strength of Assassin 2. Bringing it back up. Definitely a test of strength here. And Assassin 2 apparently feeling it right now. Javica, monkey flip. Assassin 2 out of the ring now to regroup.
As you can see there, Victor Javica showed the Assassin number 2 that he does possess that aerial antic part of wrestling if he needs to. Not only was he overpowering him in that exchange of strength, but he also took him over and he decided to leave on quite short notice.
I didn't give any notice that I could see. Assassin 2. And now top wrist lock by Victor Javica. Brings him down with that same hold to the mat. And see here, he's taken away half of any attack that Assassin 2 could have had. A reversal, though, by Assassin 2. Very quick now, wrestling by both men.
That's right, they're exchanging counter hold after counter hold, but Victor Javica had the right idea by putting the Assassin number 2 on the mat, because when you're on the mat, you're both the same size.
Absolutely. Now, full Nelson applied by Assassin 2. Somehow, I don't think it's as effective as the White Angels. Full Nelson, what do you think, Ricky?
I don't think so either, because I haven't ever seen the Assassin number 2 put anybody out with this full Nelson, but you never know. This could be the day he does it.
I'm sure Javica doesn't want to be the one to submit. And right now he's showing it, gathering his strength, showing the arm strength, and there it is, slips out. And Assassin 2 tumbles right over the shoulder of Victor Javica. Now both men center of the ring once more. Collar and elbow. And a bear hug by Victor Javica. Showing a little power move of his own.
As you can see, Javica exchanging them big hammers, but the assassin's showing him, hey, I'm going to give you a few of my own and my own version of the bear hug. And right now, Victor Javica's definitely feeling the tolls of this assassin. This man is definitely no pushover, and I think he just found that out.
Well, Javica, perhaps a mistake. Tried the bear hug, couldn't do anything with it. Now, Assassin 2 is taking a cue.
Victor Javica's in a bear hug at this point in time, and I think he's in a little bit of trouble, Rick St. James, because this assassin number 2 is cinching down, and if you could read the expression on Javica's face, you could tell that he is in some serious pain. Ricky Vargas, the referee, the third man in the ring, he's checking him to see if he concedes, but I don't think Victor Javica wants to concede at this point in time. Do you?
Nope, I don't think the Victor Javica has any quit in him. Right now, he's trying to just survive. And there he is. Oh, a kick. Add back to the bear hug. Goes Assassin 2.
You know, the first rule of wrestling is when you find a weak spot in your opponent, you consistently go back to it time and time again, and that's what the assassin number 2 has done. He keeps trying to put the squeeze on that lower back. That definitely renders you senseless right there. As you can see the look on Javica's face, he is definitely in some serious pain.
But there's a hard left from the southpaw Javica. But only a short respite does he get from that bear hug. Back on top is Assassin 2.
Like I said, Rick St. James, you've seen him take those big, big left hands, and he just didn't lose his train of thought. He went right back to where he had him before, and right now Victor Javica is still trying to think of a way out. Assassin number 2 is in total control at this point.
There's a clap. Oh, I'll tell you what, that mask has protected an Assassin 2 from the effects of that clap. He needed 2, and there he's back.
He's back on him again. As you can see, this assassin number 2 could definitely take a pounding. He had his bell rung. His ears are still probably ringing, but he didn't forget his first instinct, and that was to go back to that bear hug. And as you can see, Javica trying to power himself in, trying to get in below his man. I think if he can accomplish this, he could probably relieve some of the pressure that is being applied on his lower back.
Well, there are more ways than one to skin a cat. And right now, Javica trying to do it with his vast experience, trying to get the hands in between the arms of Assassin 2, and therefore break this powerful hold. So now, I've been surprised with the power of Assassin 2 being able to hold Victor Javica in check so long. But now, Javica reverses that bear hug, and now he applies the pressure. Some of his own medicine does Assassin 2 receive from Victor Javica now. And look at the pain, the screams of pain from Assassin 2.
Yes, he worked his way and he got him with the low. He gets him with the low shot to the solar plexus. Big high knee. Victor Javica said that enough is enough. I'm going to make you pay, and it's time for you to learn what wrestling is all about.
Victor Javica off the rope, hard left. And doubled up is Assassin 2 from that hard punch. And now Javica with a hard left forearm right on the chops. He's punishing Assassin 2 now. Now gets him to his feet. Another forearm. Assassin 2 looking toward the stars.
He's looking for a way out, and there's nowhere to go. Ramming his head into the turnbuckle. That definitely saw some stars on that. He figures to give him another one. Welcome to the big leagues. I'm going to show you what it's all about, Victor Javica Stone.
Now off the ropes. Oh, with a kick. Very quick move now. Elbow smash, but he misses. Javica goes for a quick pin. 1, 2. No, 2 count.
As you can see, that second effort there by assassin number 2 saved him on that one, but I think he's a little groggy. There he is to the ropes. Victor Javica reversal. Oh, look at this. An inside cradle. 1, 2, 3. There it is. No, yes, I think so. If I'm not mistaken, I counted 3 on that. Obviously, I must be mistaken because the referee is still continuing with this match.
I think the referee is trying to get them apart right now. He can't do anything. These men have lost control. He's trying to tell them. It was a 3 count, but Javica is very angry at this point. He's not listening to anything Ricky's saying. And he's going for the sleeper. He's putting this man to sleep to boot. That's insult on top of injury.
Yes, he has. He's going to show him that he's going to learn to respect the name of Victor Jovica. And there is your winner. Once again, Victor Jovica, and we'll be back with Wrestling Inquiry.
Abu Dhabi, conseguiste una revancha por el Campeonato Universal para el próximo sábado en Caguas, pero yo te garantizo que este próximo sábado tú no pasas. Y digo que conseguiste una oportunidad por el Campeonato Universal porque yo reconozco que sí tú te ganaste esa revancha, pero el próximo sábado va a ser tu final en Caguas, porque yo te garantizo que el próximo sábado yo te voy a derrotar en una forma convincente y decisiva. Así que Abu Dhabi, prepárate porque vas a necesitar más que el profe en tu esquina para conquistar el Campeonato Universal. Eso es una promesa.
Capitol Sports Promotions presenta las superestrellas de la lucha libre.
This week's Wrestling Inquirer takes a look at the closing moments of a recent Puerto Rican heavyweight championship match in which the champion Abu Dhabi defended his title against the former champion TNT. And as you know, there is no love lost between these two individuals.
Well, absolutely, TNT, of course, lost Puerto Rican title at the hands of Abu Dhabi. And now he wants revenge. Most of all, he wants that title back. He'll stop at nothing. Oh, look at that spin kick by TNT, and the fans with him all the way. Proving why he's one of the world's best wrestlers.
You can see TNT, he can taste it, he can sense victory is within his grasp. A reversal by Abu Dhabi. Oh, big side kick. I think it's all over. We could have a new champion. 1, 2, and right there, you can see that the ever-presence of the Prophet once again. He put his man's foot on the top rope, and TNT thinks he's won, but he's not aware that he wasn't. And from behind, Abu Dhabi attacks TNT, and once again continues to punish him.
Absolutely dirty trick by a Profes. Turn the tide in favor of Abu Dhabi, the Puerto Rican champion. And now TNT slowly sees his hopes thinning but now 1, 2. Oh, the foot on the ropes by TNT taken off by a Profe. My goodness, the winner and still Puerto Rican champion Abu Dhabi. And fans, that is our Wrestling Inquirer for tonight.
Bienvenidos al Profe Wrestling Class. Detrás de mí se encuentra el sadístico Steve Strong, un hombre al cual debo confesar que siento un poquito como de miedo, porque es un hombre que representa el mal, es un hombre que debo concederles que adora todo lo satánico. Es una palabra fuerte, es una palabra que me pesa a mí, me hace difícil hablar sobre este señor. Ahí pueden ver el símbolo de una trinidad negativa, de una trinidad satánica. Es un hombre que pueden ver el 666, el número de la bestia, el nombre de la maldad. Es un hombre que debo confesar, siento escalofríos, es un hombre que emana maldad de ese cuerpo. Es un hombre que hasta ahora no he visto que ningún luchador haya logrado ni siquiera inmutarlo con sus golpes. Nadie ha podido ni siquiera, porque yo creo que este hombre está protegido, yo no sé por quién. Ustedes deben saber. Señores, Puerto Rico se encuentra bajo la amenaza de este hombre. Puerto Rico se encuentra ante la amenaza de un hombre que ha venido a destruir a todo mundo, se ha venido a destruir a todo, ha venido a establecer un reino de terror, un reino del poder, de lo negativo, de todo lo malo que existe en esta tierra. Pueden ver en esos ojos esa sonrisa malévola, esa sonrisa satánica. Señores y señores, el ejército de la inmundicia en estos momentos debe encontrarse temblando. Y tengo una gran noticia para todos los fanáticos. El próximo sábado, si este sábado, en la cancha bajo techo de Caguas, se va a unir a Jason el Terrible, óigame bien, para que entiendan bien de lo que estoy hablando, el sadístico Steve Strong y Jason el Terrible para enfrentarse por el campeonato mundial en pareja a los gemelos Batten. Pero ¿qué pueden hacer esos dos mequetrefes, esas dos batuteras, ante estas dos criaturas, estos dos jinetes del apocalipsis que han venido a Puerto Rico a acabar con todo el mundo? Steve, can you got a message to the fans?
Good. The nightmare has arisen. The apocalypse is here. Your Messiah is now in Puerto Rico. And guess what? I am not going to leave until the utter destruction of the forces that are against the dark side. And you people will find out what the dark side and the power really is.
Señores, el poder de la maldad. Este hombre no va a descansar, señores, hasta que haya establecido su reino. Y ese reino va a comenzar el próximo sábado, cuando acaben con los gemelos Batten. Sí, este sábado, señores, los gemelos Batten. Imagínense ustedes esos dos señores enfrentarse a estos dos monstruos, a estos dos violentos animales. Señores, hasta aquí llegaron los gemelos Batten. La lección de hoy ha terminado y quiero agradecer a Chiquistar la presencia de Steve Strong aquí en su sección.
Este sábado en la cancha bajo techo de Cagua, Chiqui, te saliste con la tuya, con la cadena. Pues déjame decirte, Chiquistar, que cuando yo me meto algo en mente, lo cumplo, encadenado. Ahora sí es verdad, Chiqui, ¿qué tú vas a hacer cuando te encuentres amajado de la cadena de una muñeca tuya a la otra muñeca mía? Así vamos a ver, Chiquistar, ¿qué tú puedes hacer? Porque es muy importante y tú sabes que las luchas de cadena son muy peligrosas. Cada vez que te des con esa cadena por las costillas, te las voy a romper. Si te doy en la boca, te voy a tumbar los dientes. Así, Chiquistar, vamos a ver quién es quién este sábado encadenado. Capitol Sports Promotions presenta las superestrellas de la lucha libre.
Action to come, namely our main event. Ricky, I want to ask you a question. A lot of strong men coming into the World Wrestling Council these days, and I know you've always been lauded for your speed in the ring, but you also feel that strength is a feature of your wrestling.
Yes, it is. You know, not only do you have to be able to outmaneuver your opponent, you're going to have to be able to deal with his strengths versus yours, because that's what wrestling's all about. Pushing, shoving to see who is the better of the two men.
Comes in handy against guys like White Angel and sadistic Steve Strong, that's for sure. We have some fans who wrote in, Ricky, and we'd like to mention them. Luis...
Heavyweight title against is going to be a real pain in my side. Sasaki-san, one half of the Ninja Express, managed by the man who will do anything to get that title back, and that's El Prophet.
Let's remind the fans, this was a rematch. Last week you saw a match that had no final ending to it because there was a lot of things involved, but today we bring you the rematch right here in our main event. Let's go right to the ring. And there's the kid, Rookie of the Year 1988, the current junior heavyweight champion of the world, Ricky Santana, my partner, hard to say.
Well, thank you for that introduction, but right there you see the man who's been becoming a real nuisance of lately, and that is Sasaki-san, one half of the Ninja Express, current Caribbean Tag Team Champions, and his manager, the ever-popular, ever-present El Prophet.
Absolutely, there's the title on the line, Ricky Vargas' hands. It's, of course, a rematch. Maybe you can mention some of the features, why you had this rematch with a man strong Sasaki-san after the match we saw last week.
Well, as you can see, you know, last week the outcome was a little bit shaky. You know, in my heart, I feel to be a true champion, you have to be a fighting champion, and I back down from nobody. I take on all challengers, and I'm not only showing Sasaki-san and Prophet that I am a man of my word, I am showing the wrestling world that I am proud to be the World Junior Heavyweight Champion.
There you got the straight scoop from Ricky himself. For Sasaki-san, very grateful to have another shot at this title. So it will be a big feather in his cap. And El Prophet is title crazy. And remember, he had that title once, and it was taken away from him. Let's not mention who, just not to, you know, rub it in. And then again, El Prophet, I think, deserves it.
Well, I took it away from him, and he's never been able to live that down, and now he's been throwing this young Japanese man, this martial arts expert, Sasaki-san. We've become very fierce competitors, and as you can see right there, I'm not second-guessing anybody, and I'm not going to let him get the upper hand at any point in time.
Yes, sirree. Prophet could be seen jogging on the beach with that belt, carried it everywhere, and now he's trying to get it back through his man, Sasaki-san, at any cost, of course. Right now, very even match. Very even opponent for you. Can't really say you've gotten a big advantage over Sasaki-san, nor can he say that of you.
This is true. We're both about the same height, same weight, both same amount of time wrestling. And to be quite honest, this is probably a tailor-made match.
Well, let's see. Two young lions. Right now, side headlock. Off the ropes comes Ricky. Now, both men on the ropes. Downstairs. Nice go behind there by Ricky. Roll up. This could be it right now. 1, 2, no. Strong kickoff. Ricky always thinking, but Sasaki-san, very quick action. Ricky Santana with, my goodness, look at the speed of this man. Finally, the arm drag to the arm bar. Couldn't he? Finally, there going so fast, Ricky.
Well, you got to keep on top of Sasaki-san. Like you said, he's a young lion. He's as fired up as I am. He's got those martial arts. I got to keep him on the canvas, because if I got him on his back, he can't throw no karate kicks or karate chops. The way I look at it is, we'll be the same on the mat.
A little bit of insight to the fans there on the wrestling strategy of one Ricky Santana. Meanwhile, Profe outside with a dangerous stick in his hand. It's always a terrifying sight.
Yes, it is. You know, it's bad enough that you have to go into the ring and worry about your opponent, but you have to worry about a man outside who's notorious for sticking his nose in, and now he's got a weapon, which makes it even worse.
Absolutely, but right now, Ricky Santana ringing, pulling on the arm with that wrist lock, trying to socket, take it out of its socket, and doing an excellent job at it. Almost pulls Sasaki-san's arm right off.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to let him know that he's going to be in for the fight of his life. And if I can yank it out of a joint or two and slow him down, I'm just going to do that, by God.
Now let's see. Of course, the title is on the line. Don't forget that. See to what depth that Profe could sink for that title. You've already seen it. Sasaki-san, look at the chops by Ricky. Certainly made felt on the chest of Sasaki-san. Now back to the arm bar, back to that body part. That left arm punishing it, trying to immobilize it and have a one-arm wrestler.
Well, that's what I have at this point in time, Rick St. James. I have Sasaki-san pretty much in control, but I don't second-guess this young guy. He's definitely double tough, or else he wouldn't be in there, and the World Wrestling Council wouldn't consider him a contender for the title.
Well, I've noticed he has great recuperative powers, and right there you see the strong chop, almost knocked your block off, follows it up, makes a mistake, and Ricky Santana with that speed back to the arm bar on the mat. There you see it, why we call Ricky one of the fastest wrestlers going today.
So thank you for that comment, but in that ring you have to be thinking 2 and 3 moves ahead. Sasaki-san tried to take the advantage. He put the chops to me. He definitely hurt me there for a moment, but I never lost my composure. I kept hanging on, and I reverted back to the basics.
Almost like a chess game, but you have a lot less time to think. That's for sure. Now pressure. The body of Ricky Santana draped over that arm, applying extra pressure. But you're not going to get a submission from Sasaki-san that easily, obviously.
Obviously not. I'm sure that they've been well trained not to submit. They're very proud people, the Orientals. Right there, I leapfrog, big slam. I'm thinking 2, 3, back to that arm. Like I said before, Rick St. James, this is human chess at its finest. Respecting the referee, it's a blatant chokehold. I'm weak. I'm out of air. As you can see, the lights are going out of me. I can barely move. I'm telling you, I wish there was something we could do about keeping Prophet away from ringside.
Well, obviously now Sasaki-san trying to do some permanent damage and take that title away from you. The nerve hold now is a reverse chin lock, all aimed at paralyzing the neck muscles, the arms, and now Ricky Santana showing some signs of life. The fans certainly want their champion to get back in this match, and there it is. Ricky Santana back to his feet and pounding out. There it is. Oh, he's caught. Sasaki-san, I tell you, Sasaki-san now choking you. He's choking you with that strip he has on the wrist. That's an illegal move. Ricky Vargas counting right now.
That's right. He's using that tape that it's supposed to be for support on his wrist. He's using it around my neck. I think it's trying to support my windpipe there. And he consistently going back, trying to slow me down. Prophet distracting the referee. Ricky Vargas is trying to do the best he can, but when you got to watch 2 men, there's nothing really much you can do. I don't blame Ricky Vargas at all at this point.
There's Ricky. He's counting on Sasaki-san. Right now, Sasaki-san having his way. Now, the attack of the chops the ropes comes Ricky. Big chop across the check decks. Santana down for the pin, but no fall. Now Sasaki-san is wasting time arguing with the referee, and that could be a big mistake because I know, Ricky, that he will take any opportunity to turn the tables on him.
Yes, I will. I'll take any opportunity any given time. And like you said, it may be a mistake, but he went back to that same hole that got me the position I'm in. And as you can see, I'm trying to regain my senses. I'm trying to get to my feet. I know it's tough for me to explain this to you people, but right now, I'm just trying to stay alive right here. As you can see by the look on my face, I'm definitely losing at this point in time.
Furthermore, it appears that Sasaki-san went to school on his prior match, and now he's using a lot of different tactics to get Ricky down. Santana trying to get to his feet, but as of yet, now Sasaki going down the outside, very dangerous, choking right over the rope there. And now Sasaki-san, he's done everything except get a 3 count, but there's, Ricky Santana from nowhere, out of left field with a hard right. He shakes Sasaki. The kick. Now chop to the head on the turnbuckle. Ricky's back. Ricky's back in this match. To the turnbuckle. Irish whip misses the shoulder. Oh my, I tell you, that could have been devastating at that point of the match.
I definitely felt the effects. I thought I had him in control, but Sasaki-san, being the tough individual he is, regained his composure. And there, he puts the sleeper on me. And this could be all over for as far as I was looking at it. And I was trying to dig down deep. I could hear the crowd muffled in the background. That's what motivates me, Rick St. James. When I hear those people, I hear those horns blasting, I know I can't give up. I know I can't relinquish the title.
Got to keep that contact, but right now the Cobra hold being applied very strongly. Look at the ringing action of Sasaki-san trying to dislocate the neck and put Ricky to sleep. Right now, I don't know what can keep you, what possibly can you do in this situation to stay awake, to stay on top of it, not to lose this match.
It's all you can do is just be in condition. You know, you have to be in excellent condition when you're a champion, and you just got to keep fighting. You can't give up. That's what makes you a champion. It's called drive and determination. And right now, I'm looking for anything and everything to get back to my feet, to defend and retain my championship.
Now, look at that move by Ricky. What did he call that, Ricky?
I call that my attitude, attention getter. I dropped him right on the bottom of his chin, jarring the vertebrae in his neck, and I think I slowed him down just for a second, just trying to get my breath back. All I really wanted to do was just get out of that sleeper hold.
Well, that you did, but right back on the attack is Sasaki-san taking it to you. So far, Profe's pupil has performed perfectly against the junior heavyweight champion. Trying to take that belt away. The chops now by Sasaki. Oh, my vicious shots. Right on the chest and throat area. Irish whip. Oh, off comes Ricky with a clothesline. He caught Sasaki. This could be the shot that Ricky was looking for to get back in this match. He's trying to gather his strength. The fans calling out. Now looks like Ricky's on the rampage. There he is. Hard rights right on the face of Sasaki. Stunned is Sasaki. Big elbow smash. Down to the mat goes Sasaki-san. And he's now feeling the other side of the punishment from Ricky Santana off the ropes. Big backdrop. Oh, did you hear that? The back of Sasaki-san landing on that mat. Now Ricky Santana going to the second rope. Flying off with the big elbow smash. Now you have it all your way, Ricky.
I got him going now. I'm definitely in control. I'm giving him a taste of his own medicine. I'm going to ram his head into the turnbuckle there. I'm going to let him know that I'm not here just to make a name for myself. I'm here to retain my championship.
Absolutely. That reference perhaps because Sasaki-san certainly trying to make a name for himself against Ricky Profe in the corner, very dangerously close. Now it looks like he passed something to Sasaki-san. What is this? Very dangerous situation. Oh my, look. Look at the salt or some type of foreign object sprayed in the eyes of Ricky Santana. Ricky Vargas apparently has not seen it. And now he calls a 2 count. He sees the salt. He's calling for the bell. He felt the salt all over the place. And now
now he's calling for a bell, definitely a disqualification. And the winner by disqualification will be Ricky Santana. At this point in time, I'm blinded, but I have to give thanks to Ricky Vargas for being the referee that he is. He went to count the 3 count, but he felt the substance on his hand. He rang the bell. He disqualified him for the illegal substance.
Well, they see exactly what can happen in a wrestling match. Anything and everything can happen.
It's like I said before, anytime you involve Profit, anybody of his stable, you always got to be ready for anything, because everything is anything, and it's always unexpected. And I was on my toes, but I just wasn't good enough, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you what. Next week, our main event is very interesting. Ricky Santana, man, you know very well, TNT going up against
Mr. Pogo, both martial arts specialists. This was a match from the current tournament for the Puerto Rican Heavyweight Championship.
recently held tournament for the Puerto Rican Championship. TNT very much involved, of course, against Mr. Pogo. That's our main event next week, along with the Wrestling Inquirer. Till then, fans, for Ricky Santana, I'm Rick St. James. Good night, and may God bless.
Wrestling. 1 hour of power coming at you, and on the excitement's just about to begin. Here to bring you all the action, Rick St. James, along with Ricky Oye Como Va Santana.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here again. I want to say hello to everybody throughout the Caribbean, Trinidad, Tobago, Atlanta, all across the great U.S. So I'll tell you what, stand by, get mama from the kitchen, call the kids around the TV, because you're ready for another action-packed hour.
Fantastic program for you tonight. Let's prove it by going right to the highlights.
And in our first match, you will see Victor Jovica taking on the infamous Dr. Death.
Up next, it will be Rufus R. Jones versus the sadistic Steve Strong.
And they're back in Puerto Rico, the Youngbloods in their debut match on Wrestling Inquirer.
After that, we'll see the latest video from Abu Dhabi.
Our main event, you will see TNT taking on Mr. Pogo in the current match for the Puerto Rican Heavyweight Championship. And now, our first match.
Here are the principals in this first match. Victor Jovica from Yugoslavia, and from parts unknown, Dr. Death. Your third man in the ring is El Conde Rossi.
He's the latest referee in the World Wrestling Council, very formidable, I'm sure. As you can see, both men tying up, collar and elbow, trying to get the advantage. Jovica looks like he may have a little bit of an advantage here at this moment in time.
I don't know, Dr. Death is certainly a rough character under the tutelage of El Profe lately.
I see he's missed some of his lessons right there, because Jovica is definitely unloading with some big left hands, and Dr. Death says, well, that's enough for that. I'm going to go take a little siesta out here and see if I see anybody I know.
Well, he's a very big man, Dr. Death, and that's what Victor Jovica is going to have to try to overcome, the size of Dr. Death. Certainly, Jovica, the experienced man in the ring.
Yes, he is. He's very experienced. He's been around the wrestling wars a long time, but this Dr. Death is no slouch either.
Side headlock by Jovica and a hard right. Jovica, of course, a lefty, but he got in, well, he says there was a forearm.
Well, I beg to agree with him. I don't think Victor Jovica would ever bend the rules to favor himself, would you?
Oh, he might. He might. There's a rabbit punch right to the schnoz there. And Dr. Death didn't like that very much.
He's complaining to the referee, telling him he used a closed fist. And maybe he did and maybe he didn't, but he probably deserved it.
Well, of course, as we always know, the referee has to see it for it to be illegal. Off the ropes. Nice tackle there by Jovica. Over the top. And nice hip toss by Javica. There you see some of the ability of one Victor Javica.
As you can see, Victor Javica outsmarted Dr. Death there. He's moving around just like a rookie would. Dr. Death outside, taking a look, trying to get his senses back together, holding his back. You notice the big crowd right here in
Granby Stadium.
That's exactly it.
Most recent big card there. Always recommend you go out and see the matches in person. Nothing quite like it. And we're bringing you one of the early bouts here. Dr. Death against Victor Javica. And up till now, it's been all Javica.
Yes, it has been. Dr. Death can't seem to get it together. He's trying to figure out a way to slow Javica down, but Javica's got the momentum. Now they're going to do a little test of strength here. I'm going to see who comes out on top right here. Oh, look at Victor Javica there doing some of his aerial moves there.
That's a head scissors from Grecian knuckle lock, and now the twister. Very nice move by Javica.
Notice how he held on to the head. He's got it almost scissored right now, cutting off that wind and blood flow to the brain right now. He's got Dr. Death right where he wants him, on the mat and in control.
Well, apparently Dr. Death wasn't expecting anything like this. And right now he's befuddled and can't get out of that hole. Very close to the ropes, however. Right now Javica content. There's the leg on the ropes. Javica content to ride this man. Perhaps he's trying to weaken him with some type of submission. Was Javica famous for the sleeper hold?
That's right. He knows all those holds right there, and he gives him a big chop. Dr. Death's feeling the effects of that one, complaining to the referee that he hit him on the break, which of course you know is illegal, but referee didn't call for the break, so you can't really complain.
Well, the doctor trying to get a prognosis here on the situation. But Javica is the one in control. Side headlock off the ropes comes Javica. Shoulder tackle off the ropes once again. And he stomps on the head of Dr. Death. Did you see that, Ricky?
Yes, I did. I definitely gave him an excedrin headache number 101. He's definitely in some serious pain right now. Dr. Death, he may have to check himself into his own hospital before this match is over.
He's got some type of sickness and it's got no cure right now. Because Javica is stomping all over Dr. Death. Right now, Dr. Death asking for some
mercy, a little bit of a handout, maybe a show of good character and faith.
A little bit of détente, but I don't think Javica's going to buy that.
No, Javica's too smart for that. He's not going to fall for that old, let me shake your hand deal. Surprisingly, Dr. Death abiding by the rules. I'm totally amazed. How about you?
Always expect the unexpected. An elbow and an eye rake from Dr. Death. Perhaps he's his chance to take the upper hand now. Pounds the face of Javica. Big elbow right on the forehead. And he's messed up Javica's head right now. Now he's going down to the midsection, Ricky.
That's it. Now he's got him on the ropes. A blatant chokehold. Referee on top telling him to break. You notice he's utilizing that count. You know, you have a break on that hold. And he's taking it right to the limit. Javica looks a little bit hurt right now. He's slowed down considerably. Lost some wind to that air system.
Oh, I tell you now, Dr. Death dealing out some punishment. But Javica trying to come back with the left. Not enough, however.
And Dr. Death slowing him back down, working on that lower back, trying to slow Javica down. Javica's a little bit slowed down right at this point in time.
Dr. Death continuing his attack on Javica in the kidney area now. And he's pounding Javica all over. Let's see if Javica can muster some attack here. There's the left. He stopped Dr. Death in his tracks. Another hard left, but back to the midsection goes Dr. Death.
As you notice, he continues to punish that rear lower back area where he's feeling the pain. He's got Javica right where he wants him. He's been running his turnbuckles. Javica just fighting on sheer instinct. And once again, Dr. Death continuing to punish that lower back area. right around the kidneys. He's feeling the pain. Look at the pain on Javica's face.
Absolutely, Javica is once very seriously injured. That lower back region, the discs, and Dr. Death certainly not making that situation any better.
Well, he isn't. As you can see, he's in for that bear hug, and this Dr. Death is a big man, like you said before, Rick St. James, and he's putting all that pressure on that lower back region. Maybe he knew that at one point in time, Javica did have a severe back injury.
Oh, there's the big clap on the ears by Javica. Lessened the bit by the mask of Dr. Death.
As you can see, Dr. Death continuing to keep the pressure on Javica. He figures if he can slow him down enough, he could probably get him.
Javica, very tough customer. Not very easily done in. Right now, Dr. Death appears to have some answers.
He seems to be in total control right now, Rick St. James. He's got Javica right where he wants him. Look at the pain expressed on Javica's face. He's trying to muster a way to get himself out. But Dr. Death's still persistent on keeping that lower back region intact.
Right now, these men wrestling outdoors. Any difference wrestling outdoors, Ricky?
Not really, not in my opinion. I mean, the same as anywhere, is indoor or out there. Once you're in that ring, it's all hot and sweaty, full of action anytime you get into the ring.
Right now, the bear hug apparently taking toll on Victor Javica.
Javica continuing his attack. He's got Dr. Death going. He's slowed him down a little bit. Through the ropes. Big gut punch. And Dr. Death says, oh, Lord, please help me here. What have I gotten myself into? High knee lift. He's got him rocking and rolling out, Rick St. James.
Absolutely. There the fans tell you that Javica is back on track with the hard left. That's his major weapon right now. A very heavy punch. Now off the ropes. Oh, Dr. Death caught him. Going off the ropes now. And he misses the elbow smash. Javica in for the count. 1, 2. 2 count. Now Dr. Death. Irish whip off the ropes. Javica goes behind. It's like a roll-up coming up. There it is. Could be it. 1, 2. No, not quite.
Almost got him for that 3 count, but then strong legs of this Dr. Death is able for him to kick out. He's got an elbow to Javica's head. Javica looks a little bit slowed there. To the buckle. Charge. Oh, Javica showing some of his moves there. Sunset flip out of the corner. There you go.
The speed of Victor Javica. The sunset flip gaining his victory over Dr. Death. And fans will be right back with lots more action.
Saludos nuestra querida fanaticada de la lucha libre. Black George, el jet cubano, le dice presente en este gran maratón que tenemos de lucha libre el 18 de marzo en el Polideportivo en Carolina, a beneficio de Huracán Castillo. Quiero exhortarlo a todos ustedes que nos acompañen por el beneficio de Huracán Castillo. No simplemente nada más que adicionar de la buena cartelera y la batalla campal, donde vamos a estar presentes todos aquellos compañeros que en aquellos años atrás estuvimos dentro del cuadrilátero de tú a tú, sino que volvemos otra vez nuevamente, pero en esta ocasión dándole el apoyo a Huracán Castillo con la ayuda de ustedes, que lo necesitamos a ustedes para el beneficio de él. Los esperamos y los exhorto que no se quede nadie en casa. Todo el mundo al Polideportivo el 18 de marzo a las 8:30 de la noche. Muchas gracias.
Ven a disfrutar de la mejor lucha libre del mundo este miércoles a las 7:30 de la noche en la cancha bajo techo de Gurabo. La grabación del programa de las superestrellas de la lucha libre. Además, en Super Luchas Estelares, el sensacional Invader 1 choca contra el terror de Jason el Terrible. El Karateka Ninja TNT se enfrenta al Sadistic Steve Strong. Los gemelos Batten chocan contra Tammany Islander y el Dandy Don Crawford. Ven y sale en televisión y disfruta de la grabación del programa de las superestrellas y otros super encuentros este miércoles a las 7:30 en la cancha bajo techo de Gurabo.
Well, fans, fans, we're back with more action, and there you see him, Rick St. James, the latest acquisition of Cheeky Star's Army, Sadistic Steve Strong. You know, he's been going through people like hot knife through butter, and he's taking on my main man, Rufus the King R. Jones.
Wouldn't be surprised if Steve Strong is looking to destroy the king of wrestling, and certainly that would be a feather in his cap. The king, well loved, and you know, the sadistic one. I tell you, you can expect anything and everything from him.
That's why they named him Sadistic, and that's why they named him Steve Strong, because that's what he is. This man is a tower. Look at him. Notice the excellent muscular conformation on this man, but he's got no slouch in Rufus R. Jones. You know, Rufus R. Jones been around for a while. He's taken on the big ones, the small ones, and everything in between. And I guarantee he'll be in for the fight of his life when he tangles with Rufus R. Jones.
I know, but there's a very evil aura about this Steve Strong. Let's see what Rufus can do. There's a double punch. Rufus coming out very fast in this match.
Yes, he is. He's taking it to him. He's not going to let him jump in from behind. He's just beating him with every punch. And right now, Rufus R. Jones is going to show Steve Strong, hey, welcome to the World Wrestling Council, baby. Here I am. Take it if you can. Take it if you will.
Look at the moves on Rufus R. Jones. And there he is, the soup bones of his. Hard rights and lefts, the obvious boxing background there. Oh, look at those haymakers. Stop Sadistic Steve Strong in his tracks.
And that's the first time I've seen this big man slow down, so Rufus R. Jones definitely is taking it to him. But you notice the resiliency of this man. He doesn't quit at nothing. He's coming at him, but right there.
Oh, my. Steve Strong goes head over heels right over that top turnbuckle. Almost landed right on top of Cheeky Star.
As you can see, Rufus R. Jones just measuring him up. He's taking it to him tooth and nail. This Steve Strong, maybe he's not as tough as everybody thinks he is, but I guarantee you this man is always full of surprises.
Oh, right now, the speed of Rufus R. Jones, Steve Strong, can't seem to figure him out. But I get some advice from Cheeky Star. Look at the power of this guy.
Notice how big is the belt development on this man, the shoulders, the arms. He's just solid as a rock. Look there, an ounce of fat on that man. He's a total wrestling machine, I would say.
Well, then when you look him in the eye, there's some evil there, I'll tell you that. Cheeky Star always trying to get the attention. But Rufus will have none of it. Look at that punch, that double punch.
And Rufus hitting him with rights and lefts, and boo! Oh, big headbutt. And Steve Strong right now saying, what area code am I in? He's feeling that. That's for sure.
Well, you know Rufus well. His favorite weapon there, the headbutt. Oh, my, look at that. It's a martial arts from Steve Strong. And he surprised Rufus. Caught him off guard. Oh, now big elbow smash. Oh, my, look at the punishment by Sadistic Steve Strong.
He's just like an animal. He's out of control. He's just all over Rufus R. Jones. And Rufus R. Jones right now is a little bit slowed down. He's a little bit hurt. You can see it in his face, but I'll tell you what, this Rufus R. Jones is a fighter. He's no quitter. You're not just going to just take him over and bully him.
Testament to the resiliency of Rufus R. Jones taking all those hard smashes from a very strong man in Steve Strong. Seems redundant, but it's not. The chops from this man have knocked an ordinary man out of that ring.
That is for sure, and he's laying them boots into Rufus R. Jones, and Rufus R. Jones right now looks a little bit worse for worry, but I know Rufus, he's going to get all those people behind him, and he's going to get the momentum flowing, and he's going to be hitting with some rights and some lefts, and I'll feel sorry for Sadistic Steve Strong when that point comes.
Right now, Rufus is trying to gather himself, but it's kind of hard to do when someone's smashing you all over your body.
This is true, but there he goes. Look at this man. Look how strong he is. He's picking up Rufus R. Jones, and that man weighs over 290. So you know he's definitely got some power.
Oh, the bear hug definitely put some strain on your ribs, knock the air out of you. That's the purpose of the sadistic one.
And you can see right now Rufus R. Jones trying to muster a little bit of an offense on him. He's trying to hit him with them elbows, but this Strong, he keeps holding on. He's like a pet bull, you'd say. Once he latches onto something, he just won't let go.
Ricky Vargas checking with Rufus. See if he's out of it, but obviously he's not. Rufus, very strong-willed wrestler. Let's see how long he can last against the power, the sheer brute power of sadistic Steve Strong.
As you can see, Rufus R. Jones telling Ricky Vargas, no, I don't give up. No, I'm not out. He's getting the people behind him. You can hear the people starting to believe in Rufus R. Jones. He's getting wound up now. Big hammer-like forearm. Another one. And another one. But this Steve Strong is holding on. Like I told you before, he's like a pet bull, and he's leeched on. He ain't letting go. But, hey, Rufus R. Jones gives him that big headbutt. And that slowed the big man down, that's for sure.
That's the only attack that has slowed Steve Strong down, the headbutt. Right now, he's back on the attack. And Rufus R. Jones feeling the effects of the big bear hug.
As you can see, he's kind of picking up Rufus R. Jones as if he was a rag doll. That'll tell you the strength of this man. And Cheeky Star at ringside, he's very confident. He knows his man's in control. He's real proud of his latest acquisition.
The Cheeky Star of late bringing in very strong wrestlers. Strong, and this man is also sadistic, which will tell you a lot about Cheeky Star.
Well, that fits right in. You know, everybody keeps their own company, so it fits right on in with everything he's been doing. There, Rufus R. Jones trying to put the big boots to him. Them big 14s are kicking him in the side, and it's slowing this big man down. Big chop by Rufus. Another one. You can hear it in the cheap seats, and he's still coming back, and he's still moving around. But this man will not go down. He's double tough.
Rufus R. Jones trying anything he can. Right now, trying to gather strength from the fans. There he comes, the freight train, but he can't knock him down, Ricky.
Hey, he's got him staggered, though. He's a little bit word for word. I think he's going to wind him up for the big one now. Here comes Rufus R. Jones. Sadistic steps out of the way. Smart move there by that man. He's well trained.
Oh, my.
Notice the elevation on that.
I'd be surprised if Rufus could get out of this one. He can't. There it is, 3 count. And I'll tell you, Rufus did himself in, but sadistic Steve Strong showed his tremendous power as he wins this battle.
And there you have it, folks. The winner of this match, sadistic Steve Strong, will be back with the Wrestling Inquirer.
Buenas noches, respetable público de la lucha libre. Esta noche me presento aquí ante mi rival en los años 60 y 70 de aquella gran lucha que se podía dar entre Pedro y yo. Esta noche estoy aquí a exhortarte a que este sábado en Carolina te quiero ver allí como en aquellos años, te repito, del 60 y 70. Esta es una causa que yo quiero verte allí. Me va a ver luchar, va a ver al Che Torres, a tu ídolo vegabajeño, allí lo va a ver. Porque en estos momentos, perdóname que me emociono, porque a Pedro lo conocí con 200 y pico de libras. A Pedro lo conocí dándome puños, dándome tajos, dándome patas. Pero esta vez yo le digo a Pedro, Pedro, cuenta con un vegabajeño, cuenta con tu hermano Che Torres, y a ti vegabajeño, a ti pueblo puertorriqueño, te quiero ver el próximo sábado, este sábado en Carolina. Muchas gracias y perdonen porque me siento un poco emocionado.
Capitol Sports Promotions presenta a las superestrellas de la lucha libre este sábado a las 8:30 en el Polideportivo de Carolina. Puerto Rico dice presente a beneficio de Huracán Castillo Padre. Super lucha. El acróbata de Puerto Rico, Carlitos Colón, se enfrenta a Chiqui Star. El Invader 1 se enfrenta al terror de Jason el Terrible. El Karateka Ninja TNT se enfrenta a The White Angel. Los gemelos Batten se enfrentan a Ninja Express, Sasaki-san y Mr. Pogo. El Rey Rufus R. Jones se enfrenta a Budadin. Ricky Santana choca contra Dandy Don Crawford. Y además, atracción especial, los Old Timers de la lucha libre dicen presente cuando en una batalla campal se enfrentan participando el Tigre Pérez, el Che Torres, Black George y el Jet Cubano, Sammy Rodríguez, el Pulpo Marín, el Gavilán Domingo Robles, el Vikingo y otros. Donación mayores, $8. Menores de 11 años, $4. Todos a decir presente este sábado a las 8:30 en el Polideportivo de Carolina a beneficio de Huracán Castillo Padre. ¡Los esperamos!
NASCAR Wrestling, Squire takes a look at the return of one of the most popular tag teams ever. The World Wrestling Council, Mark and Chris Youngblood, the Apache Indians, Ricky.
Yes, not only are they one of the most popular, but they are one of the most successful brother tag team combinations, along with the Funks and the Briscoes and a few others.
Absolutely. World champions, Caribbean champions, you name it, they've won it. And they've done it all. Right there you see Alex Sotico and El Solitario, their opposition here as they make their return. Of course, the Youngbloods, very familiar to the fans. And young Chris won with the ladies, something you would know something about, Ricky.
Yeah, he was my competition, I would say.
I wouldn't know about that. Well, let's see how they fare in their, you could call it, their debut coming back here.
Yes, it is. This is their debut match since leaving and returning. There you see him with a nice go behind, float over, show him a little bit of wrestling ability, nice arm drag, and Chris is in control right now. Hugh Oriental Fireman Carey, there you go, back on top, and the Indian is definitely fired up.
Absolutely, Chris always known to be the hot-blooded one of the brothers, and Mark, perhaps the thinker of the two. Right now, he's chopping away at Solitario, big body slam.
As you can see, they're always moving to keep their opponents on their toes. You definitely have to be ready when you go up against a Youngblood.
And I don't know if Solitario and Exotico are ready for the Youngbloods. Up to now, they haven't been. The masked one, very tall and very sculptured body. There you see famous poster of the Youngbloods held by one of their adoring fans and a welcome home sign.
That's it. They're loved here in Puerto Rico. They were voted Tag Team of the Year in 1988, and they're definitely #1 in the hearts of these fans here and all over the world, I'm sure.
There's the big chops from Mark Youngblood. And notice how quickly they tack in and out. That's one of their secrets.
That's what makes them such a successful tag team. Double boots, you know, they do a lot of things together. I guess when you're brothers, you have to. You've been brought that way from a long time.
Not only that, they come from a long line of wrestlers in their family. Right now, dominating El Solitario.
As you can see right there, side suplex by Chris, keeping his opponent on the mat. You know, these Youngbloods, they're always moving. They're coming from everywhere. Look, off the second rope right here. Big drop across the chest, and that definitely locks the wind, and there he goes into his Apache War Dance.
Absolutely one of the trademarks of the Youngbloods. That Apache War Call, and right now, Mark up to the top rope, comes down hard on that left arm of Solitario, rolls him up, small package, but Exotico makes an appearance.
There he's in there to save his opponent from that match, or I say his partner, his opponent. But right now he's trying to figure out these Indians, and he can't. He's trying to look for the people for an answer. I don't think they're going to give him the answer either.
Oh, yeah, see Mark trying to get his ire and doing very well. Exotico is now, I guess he's lost his temper. Now he's going right after Mark.
He's taking it to him, but reversal by Mark. Big backdrop, and Exotico felt that in every part of his body. I guarantee you that.
Absolutely. The Youngbloods in command. Here comes Exotico. Now from nowhere comes up with a right. And now he smashes Mark's head into the turnbuckle.
Say what you will about his Exotico, but he's one heck of a wrestler. He's taking it to the Youngblood. There he is, clothesline. He's in for the cover. Oh, a 2 count. He almost had him. Almost had an upset of the week right here, Rick St. James.
A very rude welcome home by Exotico here for the Youngbloods, in particular Mark Youngblood. There's a small package. 1, 2, nope. Exotico has not nailed down those moves yet. He's on the verge, though. Right now, there's a reverse atomic drop by Mark, and then Chris comes over the top. A double whammy.
As you can see, Chris, he's all fired up. He's got Exotico right where he wants him. Goes for the big suplex, brain buster right there. Definitely well executed. Exotico looks like he's a little bit worse for wear there. Big chop. Another one, you could hear it all the way through the monitors. And there it is, the double chop, and he gives one for measure to El Solitario, and Chris Youngblood is fired up.
Exotico at the mercy of Chris Youngblood. There's the big boot right in the face. That could take care of Exotico. Right there. Chris Youngblood pounding. Now he tags in the mark. Goes for the body slam. And now watch this. Oh, my. The enhanced leg drop there by the Youngbloods. And I think Exotico could be done for.
Yes, he is. You know, that move not only carries the weight, but the momentum of his own brother pushing him down on top of El Exotico. El Exotico trying to figure a way out. Double chops to the side. Big chop. El Exotico definitely is at a worse square at this point.
Well, he's dizzy. He doesn't know if he's coming or going. And right now, Solitario misses, try to hit Mark, but Mark is doing all the damage on Exotico. Goes for the slam. And now, the brothers signaling for the whip. There it is, right over the top rope. 1, 2, and 3. Your winners are the Youngbloods in their return to Puerto Rico.
And there's still more action to come right here on Caribbean Championship Wrestling.
Bienvenidos al Profe Wrestling Class. Hoy quiero dar la nota triste de lo que le ha sucedido a Chiqui Star. Chiqui Star, un hombre, un caballero que trae a Puerto Rico a un hombre joven en el cual él ve mucho talento, ve un buen físico, un hombre que ve un porvenir. Un muchacho que llega a Puerto Rico con una fundita debajo del brazo y ni siquiera tiene una máscara. Y yo le hago el favor a Chiqui Star, le presto hasta una de las máscaras para que ese muchacho pueda luchar y tener una identidad, porque ni identidad traía. Chiqui le puso la identidad, Chiqui lo hizo todo lo que es. ¿Y cómo le paga ese muchacho a Chiqui Star? Que le debe hasta la comida que se come, lo traiciona y se va con los imbéciles estos del ejército de la inmundicia. Yo no sé qué es lo que le están dando esta gente a los luchadores que vienen aquí, pero son gente que no tienen estima propia, son gente que no valen nada. Desde un principio se pueden ver que son basura, es mucho cuerpo, mucho físico, pero acá arriba no tiene nada. Pero nosotros sabemos cómo lidiar con esos traidores, con esa gente que viene a Puerto Rico a traicionar a caballeros como Chiqui Star y a este servidor. Y yo sé que el próximo sábado, sea con quien sea, Angelito Blanco, te vamos a convertir en el Angelito Negro. Y vas a pagar bien caro esa traición, Ángel Blanco. El próximo sábado, yo sé que Chiqui tiene algo en su mente para ti y se lo va a desquitar. También quiero hablarles de una lucha muy especial. Van a recoger de todos los asilos de Puerto Rico, islas adyacentes, a todos esos ancianos que una vez estuvieron luchando de la misma época de Huracán Castillo Padre para lo que se lleva a llamar una batalla campal de los másters de la lucha libre. No quiero ni mencionar los nombres de todos esos ancianitos, y creo que van a tener que tener un recogedor para recoger toda la polilla y 5 ambulancias para llevárselos al hospital. Tiene que haber como 20 médicos para atenderlos a estos ancianos. E incluso puede ser que cuando más animado esté yo me meta dentro del cuadrilátero y venga como a espantar moscas a sacar los ancianitos esos para los lados, porque esos viejitos que vienen a hacer a la lucha libre, que sigan de nuevo, que cuando acaben de ahí, que se los lleven de nuevo al ancianato, que sigan leyendo y meciendo nietos en sus faldas y contándole cuentos, porque para la lucha libre, bueno, ahí los dejo para que el próximo sábado vean eso, va a estar muy interesante y a lo mejor hasta me meto y saco esos ancianos para los lados. La lección de hoy ha terminado. Ay, qué ridículos estos viejitos.
Quiero soltarlos a todos a que se den cita este próximo sábado al Polideportivo Guillermo Angulo de Carolina, ya que vamos a celebrar una cartelera a beneficio de esa gran estrella, Huracán Castillo. Todo el mundo sabe, ya ustedes todos saben de la condición de él. Los médicos le han dicho que no tiene posibilidades de caminar y yo creo que él se merece este beneficio. Así que quiero soltarlos a todos a que se den cita allí y cooperen con Huracán Castillo. Y además de eso van a ver una gran cartelera, entre ellas la lucha que no me la pierdo yo, porque va a ser un honor para mí ver todas esas estrellas del pasado, los que le dieron nombre a la lucha libre puertorriqueña, gente como Black George, el Che Torres, y esos grandes del pasado van a estar allí en una campal, que yo creo que esa va a ser la lucha de la noche. Y yo me voy a enfrentar a Chiqui Star. Todo el mundo sabe del feudo que existe entre Chiqui Star y este servidor, y mis intenciones este próximo sábado es ponerle fin a esa poca vergüenza. Así que Chiqui Star, prepárate bien, porque yo le he prometido a mi amigo Huracán Castillo que voy a acabar contigo este próximo sábado en Carolina. Así que Chiqui Star, prepárate, y Puerto Rico, vamos a cooperar con el hermano Huracán Castillo.
Capitol Sports Promotions presenta a las superestrellas de la lucha libre este sábado a las 8:30 en el Polideportivo de Carolina. Puerto Rico dice presente a beneficio de Huracán Castillo Padre. Super lucha. El acróbata de Puerto Rico, Carlitos Colón, se enfrenta a Chiqui Star. El Invader 1 se enfrenta al terror de Jason el Terrible. El Karateka Ninja TNT se enfrenta a The White Angel. Los gemelos Battle se enfrentan a Ninja Express, Sasaki-san y Mr. Pogo. El Rey Rufus R. Jones se enfrenta a Budadin. Ricky Santana choca contra Dandy Dan Crawford. Y además, atracción especial, los Old Timers de la lucha libre dicen presente cuando en una batalla campal se enfrentan participando el Tigre Pérez, el Che Torres, Black George, el Jet Cubano, Sammy Rodríguez, el Pulpo Marín, el Gavilán Domingo Robles, el Vikingo y otros. Donación mayores, $8. Menores de 11 años, $4. Todos a decir presente este sábado a las 8:30 en el Polideportivo de Carolina a beneficio de Huracán Castillo Padre. ¡Los esperamos!
Bien este mensaje porque es para ti. Este sábado me enfrento a ti, negro baboso. Así que, Betón, óyelo bien claro, porque voy decidido a acabar contigo, a darte la batalla de tu vida. Y sí, Carlos Colón, créelo, porque yo lo puedo hacer y tú lo sabes muy bien. Aquí es celebro suficiente para acabar contigo. Y esta cartelera es a beneficio de Huracán Castillo Padre. Pues sí, Carlos Colón, después de esta cartelera van a tener que hacer otra cartelera, pero a beneficio tuyo.
Capitol Sports Promotion presenta a las superestrellas de la lucha libre este sábado a las 8:30 en el Polideportivo de Carolina. Puerto Rico dice presente a beneficio de Huracán Castillo Padre. Super lucha. El acróbata de Puerto Rico, Carlitos Colón se enfrenta a Chiqui Star. El Invader 1 se enfrenta al terror de Jason el Terrible. El Karateka Ninja TNT se enfrenta a The White Angel. Los gemelos Batten se enfrentan a Ninja Express, Sasaki-san y Mr. Pogo. El Rey Rufus R. Jones se enfrenta a Buddha Dean. Ricky Santana choca contra Dandy Dan Crawford. Y además, atracción especial, los Old Timers de la lucha libre dicen presente cuando en una batalla campal se enfrentan participando el Tigre Pérez, el Che Torres, Black George y el Jet Cubano, Sammy Rodríguez, el Pulpo Marín, el Gavilán Domingo Robles, el Vikingo y otros. Donación mayores, $8. Menores de 11 años, $4. Todos a decir presente este sábado a las 8:30 en el Polideportivo de Carolina a beneficio de Huracán Castillo Padre. ¡Los esperamos!
A lot of letters coming into Caribbean Championship Wrestling, and Ricky Santana has been getting a lot of them, too. He wants to say hello to somebody.
Yeah, I want to say a special hello to Maricel Perez. She wrote me a very nice letter. She's from Pinuelas, and I want to thank you very much. And I'd like to encourage all the fans out there to write to us at P.O. Box 8900, Santurce, Puerto Rico, 00910.
Bravo. Well, fans, our main event is next, and it involves two rough men, martial artists, Mr. Pogo and TNT. TNT recently getting his second Dan. Tremendous.
Yes, yes, it is. You know, this match was at one time for a tournament for the Puerto Rican Heavyweight Championship. And stay tuned, fans, and I guarantee you'll see an excellent match.
Hot rivalry coming at you. Let's go right to ringside. And fans, here we are from Ruben Rodriguez Coliseum in Bayamon. This was one of the matches, tournament, to select a Puerto Rican champion, and it was TNT against Mr. Pogo. TNT, of course, before he got his second Dan in Taekwondo, which he did just last week.
Yes, this is true, and right now you can see TNT, he's all fired up for this match. He's taking on Mr. Pogo. Both of these men are fluent in the martial arts, and at one time they were tag team partners.
Absolutely, under the tutelage of El Profe there. But of course, TNT saw a much better way with the Justice Army, Felipe Colon.
Yes, he did, and you can tell there's no love lost between these two. They had some brawls before, and I guarantee you this will be no different.
Well, Profe's got to figure he was robbed, because absolutely TNT was one of his best men at that time. Now he has the new Ninja Express, Sasaki-san, Mr. Pogo, one half of it, squaring off here in this tournament. There's the bell, Ricky Vargas, third man in the ring. Collar and elbow tie-up.
As you can see right now, each man trying to get the advantage. They're pushing, they're shoving, they're moving each other around pretty good there. Both men trying to size each other up. And right now, Ricky Vargas asking for the break. Oh, and you can hear that chop. TNT retaliating with another one and another chop. And Mr. Pogo is sorry he made that move, Rick Sanders.
Chop City right now, headbutt from TNT, and Pogo goes reeling outside the ring. And there's El Profe telling him what he did wrong.
Trying to help him out, trying to tell him that he's in total control right now. But right now, the way it looks, TNT is fired up. He wants to be the champion. And Mr. Pogo doesn't know what to do at this point in time, I believe.
Well, Mr. Pogo, certainly ring veteran, brings a lot of knowledge, a lot of meanness into that ring. Now they square away. Look like two bulls there trying to gain the upper hand here.
As you can see, they butted like you would say, like two bulls would, and they're trying to get the advantage. Right now, Pogo throwing the kids in the solar plex to the mid-region, trying to slow TNT down, but TNT returning the same. 3, 4, and a big chop, and Pogo is definitely on the short end of that one, would say, man.
Absolutely a flurry of rage there from TNT drives Mr. Pogo out of the ring once more. Look at that traditional war paint, or traditional paint of the Japanese on the face of Mr. Pogo.
Yeah, it's only a face that mother could love on Fede, I'm sure.
Well, right now, Pogo finds his way back inside the ring. I'm not so sure he wants much with TNT, who's bested him in 2 occasions right in this match so far.
This is true, but right now TNT's having problems with El Prophet at ringside, trying to distract him. He's got to watch not only Pogo, but Prophet. As you can see right there, Pogo using his own form, chops in a big spin kick that knocked TNT flat.
Absolutely. He caught him just right. And TNT now trying to shake off the effects. But Mr. Pogo gaining the upper hand now.
As you can see, he's staying on top of him. He throws him out to the floor right now. Maybe he's trying to set him up for Prophet. Who knows? I don't know how these minds work, but T's getting himself back into the ring. Pogo keeps him off to the rope. Big chop. You can hear that.
Absolutely. Got him right across the chest. Mr. Pogo certainly on the attack now. Oh, there goes that spin kick once more. Caught him right on the neck.
2 Powell. We almost had an advanced winner right here, and there he's going for the Cobra. He's trying to slap it on him, but TNT is also fluent in this. He knows how to do the counters. He's got it blocked right now, and Mr. Pogo can't seem to lock it in at this point.
2 masters of the Cobra now. One trying to apply it, the other one with the block. And so far, TNT successful. The fans cheer him on.
I'd say right now TNT has the advantage because he is blocking it. But there, Pogo, he's got it hooked in there. It looks like to me, Rick St. James, by driving the knee in the back, and he's slowed TNT down considerably with it. TNT's starting to slow himself down, it looks like.
If anyone can get out of this, TNT can, being a master of it, of course. You might know the weak point to attack, but Mr. Pogo, very impressive, takes TNT down to the mat.
As you can see, Prophet is very confident that it's all over for TNT. He's gloating underneath that mask. TNT looks all but out. Ricky Vargas counting them shoulders, but still some life left in TNT. You can hear the people trying to get him off the mat. I don't know if they can help. I don't know if anybody can help TNT right now.
Well, his left arm apparently has gone limp now, but some signs of TNT's fit.
There's some life left in this man. He's firing up. He's coming to his feet. The sound of the people, I think, is his momentum right now. He's doing everything in there, right there. A smart move by TNT, landing Pogo into the turnbuckle, thus freeing himself from ever punishing Pogo.
Absolutely. The move he had to do to get Mr. Pogo out of that Cobra. Oh, caught him. Caught him flush, Ricky.
Right on the jaw. He's definitely got Pogo shut down, and now TNT, that's the second whistle. Exchanging rights, lefts, and chops. He's doing everything. TNT is definitely in control right now. Mr. Pogo looks a little bit weary. Big chop.
Oh, wow. He knocked his legs right from under him there. There's that big chop across the check. Now the headbutt. Uh-oh.
Once again, there it is, Rick St. James, that notorious spin kick, 2, almost 3.
TNT a little bit eager there to follow up into the corner. And Mr. Pogo ever ready to see the speed of the martial artist in display here. Now, TNT misses. The cross body, and Mr. Pogo trying for the pin, but 2 count.
Can't seem to get TNT shoulders down for that 3 count. Hogan's got it for that Oriental version of a power slam right there. Looks like he's going to be climbing to the second hip. Yes, he is. He's measuring his man. There goes Pogo, and TNT moves. TNT outsmarting Pogo, going for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, almost a near fall for TNT. Another Savate type kick by Pogo. Oh, he's got him in a small package. 1, 2, and 3.
Surprisingly quick as that fans. TNT, the winner of this match over Mr. Pogo. And he continues in the Puerto Rican heavyweight title tournament. We'll be right back with lots more after this.
¿Sabía usted que San Juan cuenta con una de las clínicas podiátricas más avanzadas?
To the finals and eventually becoming the Puerto Rican heavyweight champion, only to have ended up losing it to Abu Dhabi currently.
Unfortunately, but such is the world of professional wrestling. Fans, next week, do we have a main event for you? Tremendous battle between the Batten twins and a man you know well, Chicky Star, and his new tag team partner.
Yes, his new tag team partner is the White Angel. They make a very formidable tag team, and I guarantee you this one is rough and tough.
That's right. Wrestling Inquirer will return also next week. Until then, for Ricky Santana, I'm Rick St. James. Good night, and may God bless.